stand up. And we're going to do something that's called meet and greet. So, like, you know everyone's names in here, but I would like you to go around and shake hands with everyone and say something that makes you feel respected or loved, and try to change it every time if you can.
Say something that you feel respected.
That makes you feel respected or loved. Great job.
We're like giving each other compliment?
No, like you're saying things that like would make you feel respected or loved. Like, for example, when people give me compliments, or
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
She's just like all each other.
People listen to.
That is a good one.
Okay. Maybe another person. No. Nisha.
I like to feel respected when people are respectful.
People make eye contact with me sometimes. Just kidding.
I feel respected when people open the door for me.
That's a good one. Kelly, say something.
Yeah.
I like your smiling here. I don't feel we will
Oh, hi,
start to
we
feel
are here.
awkward.
Offered.
I feel
I
like,
feel respected.
yeah, nice girl.
Cookies, but
I feel respected when people make me feel.
That's a good one.
Like do things for me.
I like that. I can't think of any, it's just, what did you guys say you said?
Make them food.
Alright,
Yeah.
finish up your last sentence.
Yeah.
And
Hi,
I'm
I'm Kelly.
I am respected when someone's like, just polite.
I respect someone that and he always do the greeting to me. Something
alright, you can put that down. Alright, so was there somebody to answer that surprised you, or something that you liked that somebody said?
When she said, don't people listen to me. I like that.
Yeah, I always feel really great when people actually listen and they're like, oh yeah, sure, that's great. I just told you, my dad just no. And any other thoughts that come into your mind, or something that you thought, something that makes you feel respected or loved?
I like the one woman said that. She said that she will feel respect while the people do right things to her.
Bye. And well, that's exactly like what this whole lesson is about, is 5 ways to increase positive student behavior. So what that means is, well, all of this is basically the golden rule. If we are respectful and if we are polite to our students, that will reciprocate back. And this goes far beyond the classroom. It is something that's definitely necessary, especially for a positive environment and for classroom management. So the first thing that is important when we want to increase positive student behavior is we want to make sure that we use names, and not just hey you or you in the back or whatever, because a name is a person's identity, and make sure that they feel like they are noticed. Something interesting is that usually car salesmen, they will ask for your name and then they will say it 7 to 10 times and in like 10 sentences. And so I thought that was really interesting because they want to get your attention, and every time you hear your name, it gets your attention. It doesn't matter if you're in a room by yourself, it doesn't matter if you're in a big crowd of people. When you hear your name, you automatically turn and pay attention. And so it's really important that we can use the names, but we always want to make sure that we are using their names in a polite way. We never want to say or use their name in a way that is negative, because that is their identity, that is who they are. Then there might be somebody that has your name or has their name, but for you, that you're the only person who has your name, and that will never change. That's your name and that's who you are. And so, I have a video here, but as we have seen before, I'm not sure if these actually work. Let's see. Okay.
One minute please. Time, thank you. Could you all please put down your pens and bring your papers to the front of the room? Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, you're too late. Okay, plenty of warnings about time. You failed. Sorry.
Excuse me, do you know who I am?
I have absolutely no idea.
Good.
So we can see there that it's very important that we know who our students are. Not just for that reason, obviously, but it's very important that we know who they are so that they can feel loved. Okay. Well, okay. I am not very technical.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Did you guys figure that out last time?
You can use this one.
Or make it big, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you drag it across maybe?
Or did you like put the little button down here? This one right there. This one. Does that make it? We need to use this. Oh.
There it is. Okay. So, the second way to increase positive student behavior in the classroom is remember to say please and thank you. And it's something that's very simple, but something that will have a big impact. Because when we're saying please, it makes the students feel like we are respecting them. And it makes them feel that they are being treated, and that when we ask them to do something with their name, and when we say please, it makes them feel like they're doing something for their own, not just because we ask them or we bark commands at them. And it's very important that we teach them how to say please because, well, like Kelly said in her presentation, the teachers are the people that they're going to be around most of the time. And something that's interesting is that is that in a study they found that amongst teachers, all the teachers said that 100% of their students are craving for attention, and they are starved emotionally from having attention from their parents. And also that by the time a child is 18 years old, they will spend most of their time in front of a screen, in front of a TV screen, or in front of a computer screen, and will only spend about 3 hours with interacting with other people. And that's something that's a little scary, right? We're in this world where basically technology is taking over, and we have to make sure that we have the tools that we need to make sure that we are making connections with one another. And another way that we can do that is by saying thank you. And by saying thank you, we're really showing our appreciation, obviously. And also it has to do with, well, just the same as saying please, that we're showing them that they didn't really have to do that, but they did it, and we are grateful that they did. Alright. And the next one is smile. And it says, a warm smile is the universal language of kindness. So a smile is kind of like the cherry on top. It's everything that we need to make sure that we are creating a positive student environment. When we are saying thank you, when we are using their name, when we're saying please, and we say it with a smile, it makes everything a little bit better, yeah? And I have a little example of this. Would someone like to help me out here? Okay, you can sit there if you want. Okay, so,
I need to hold this one.
yeah, okay. So, you're going to smile at yourself in the mirror for 45 seconds. Okay? So, alright, go. So the thing about a smile is that it always makes someone feel happy. It always makes someone feel that it's not threatening and that you're approachable. And that's something that's really important with teachers, right? We have to make sure that we are approachable, because when students have problems or they need help, they are not going to feel like they have like the wall or their arms up to come and talk to us. And it's the same thing with us as well. When we use a smile, we can approach students in a non-harmful way. For example, if a student needs some correction and we come up to them with a smile, it's a lot different than coming up with, angry eyes or whatever. And we could say with a smile that, please, I don't know, Jose, please make sure that you're paying attention so that you can understand the content. And it's a lot less threatening than, Jose, you need to be paying attention, And so, well, okay, I did that exercise because it is, there's a study that they did that when you smile at yourself for 45 seconds to a minute, you feel happier. And I think that was something that was really interesting. It gets the dopamines going in your head, and just by simply smiling at yourself in the mirror makes you feel happier. And so if you ever have a bad day, just smile at yourself in the mirror for make you feel better. So, in all, these are the things that all lead up to the final product, which is love. We're all doing this because we want to see people succeed. We want them to feel loved. And when our students feel loved and respected is when they start to make progress. And our end product is not just to have our students learn the content, but it is to have them become a better person. It's also to help them enrich their lives and not just be a part of their lives for that one short time in their lives in that year or semester. And so I have another video here. And this is like the end product. Oh. Can you see it?
Well, I know him as Mr. Carbonaro.
Patricia
I
Lovelace.
know him as Mr.
Was my
Carbonaro.
ninth
Patricia Lovelace.
was my ninth
history and science teacher.
She was typically a teacher that you got if you weren't doing too well in school.
Yeah, I was kind of lost without her.
I just remember wanting to walk into the class.
Um, what's that?
Well, I know him as Mr. Carbonaro.
Patricia Lovelace.
Was my ninth and 10th grade English teacher.
Was our history and science teacher.
She was typically a teacher that you got if you weren't doing too well in school.
Yeah, I was kind of lost without her.
I just remember wanting to walk into the classroom.
There are some times it just in high school because it's so hard. Everyone's just. Middle school is kind of the time that I started getting bullied.
She was just so good at what she did and instilled that confidence in me.
It's about 4 years after graduation, my life got interrupted. And it wasn't until the end of the 80s when I started going back to school again.
Encouraging me myself. Sounds cheesy, but
She just simply said, she was like, well, prove them wrong.
what would you want to tell him today?
Thank you. And one day I plan to try to repay him.
I don't know if he knows the full, just like how big it was for me personally. I miss you and I appreciate you so much. And thank you for teaching me. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, what are you doing here? Oh, no.
I'm great.
Sometimes you just don't feel like you're making an impact, and to be told that you have is something I needed to hear.
I was gonna say thank you. You taught me how to be myself.
So that's an awesome video. Always makes me feel warm and fuzzy. Anyway, so to finish up, I wanted to, let's see, close all these out. There we go. Not sure how to turn off the projector, but I wanted everyone to come up since there's 5 of you, and I guess we could just use the board. And write down the 5 ways to increase student behavior. So, well, okay, one of them, we'll just put 3, we need 4, there you go.
All at the same time?
Yeah, well, however you guys wanna do it.